Fancy seeing you guys here. Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast as the drama rolls on, baby. And somehow I think we pulled Nicki Minaj to the orbit. I don't know. But we're talking Micah Parsons as well as everything that's happening at Cowboys training camp. And this show starts meow. What is up, world, and welcome to today's DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Woo!
Drama. The drama rolls on, baby. We're having a wonderful time. We're having a good time.
Yes.
I've decided I'm enjoying it. That's what I've decided. Sometimes I get worked up. I've decided I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. All you can do.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a good time.
Just have a good time. Enjoy it. Let the content come to you and then report on it. Hey, don't forget, we appreciate all you guys being here, but don't forget about the training camp special. Do not forget about the training camp special. Is this still? I mean, you got the graphic up there. Oh, is this, what's that, training camp?
No, it
No?
just says training camp. Yeah,
Oh.
Not about the special at all.
Well, let me
Yeah.
shut the hell up then. If you didn't get the training camp special,
Tough break.
tough break for you. But go ahead.
That's a tough break.
Yeah.
I'd like to dedicate my performance on today's show.
You got to introduce yourself first.
My name is Jeff. There's a storm this morning. Woke up about 4:30.
Yeah.
Well, it got me.
Got me too.
I'm a little wonky right now.
Got me.
I'm sitting next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
There's a lot of black people who want to be Hogwarts.
Yes. There's a lot of black people who want to be Hogwarts.
They do. Or go to Hogwarts.
And I don't know if Billy Bob Thornton wants to be Hogwarts.
No, he
but
don't want to be.
yeah. I'm dedicating my performance on today's show to Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob
Happy birthday, Billy Bob.
might not. He might want to be a Hogwarts. Definitely don't want to be black. I can guarantee you that one.
There's some stuff about Billy Bob I'm not aware
I
of.
can definitely
Stuff I need to know about.
I can definitely guarantee you that one.
If anybody in the chat wants to let me know what Des Bryant and Nicki Minaj got in a fight about on the internet last night and this morning or whatever, just let me know. I tried to scroll through, and I don't know. Did he accused her husband of being and then she said, stop beating up your mom. And I'm like, what'd y'all start with, though? Where did this? And apparently it started with Micah's contract and Jerry talking about Rock Nation and Jay-Z, which got to Des. And I guess she doesn't like something in that group.
She doesn't like Jay-Z. She thinks Jay-Z is like manipulating the game, and it's just too much.
Well, I hope Nikki's watching, and I hope that she super chats. That's what I'm looking for. Landman's one of the finest shows of all time. We had a super chat to start the show, which is what we always like. Furious Styles, wish I was so wealthy that I could wake up every day, eat a deep-fried McGriddle, drink my Ensure with a splash of Johnny Walker Blue, and be so inept at running an NFL franchise on a daily basis. Shake my head. I appreciate you contributing $10 to the broadcast just to fire off at Jerry.
We appreciate that.
If there's anybody who would like to fire off at Jerry, our chat is here for you, especially the super chat. If there's anybody who would like to defend Jerry, our chat is here for you, especially the super chat. Kevin Gray will not be supporting Jerry today. I might. But I would like to draw your attention on the Jerry Micah thing to one thing.
Okay.
What I like to do is I like to find the people who know the principles, as Jerry would say.
Okay.
I'm looking for somebody who knows the principle involved and a perspective. So what I want to take you to is you're familiar with the work of the great and powerful Don Van Natta.
Yeah.
The ESPN writer.
Yeah, you don't want Don Van Natta in your business, though.
Correct.
Don Van Natta get in your business, he going to find it all out.
So that's his bit.
Yes.
If there's ever on ESPN.com an article that has 47,000 words, Don wrote it.
Yeah.
And it'll be about the NFL owners' meetings, and no one's in the room but the owners, but he has exact quotes of what everyone said and why someone's going to have to sell their team.
Yeah.
Like, he can go find the stuff. That's not what he's doing with Jerry, I don't think. I think they got buddy-buddy because he's going to write Jerry's biography that's going to come out next year. So been around Jerry, knows Jerry. Don Van Natta on the tweeter machine. Jerry Jones doesn't mind paying a few extra million in a mega contract if he and the Cowboys can generate $100+ million worth of free publicity by dominating the NFL conversation in July and August. This is Jerry's preseason soap opera playbook. Rinse, repeat. And that's where we are.
Yep.
I got fired up when Micah requested a trade, but you wait a couple hours and you remember, oh, wait, that doesn't matter at all. No. You can ask. That's it. I've had enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. And Jerry's like, all right. Sounds like that's going to be the next few days of content for people. And then I'll say, I'm not trading him. That's a couple days of content. Then what's your next words, Micah? And then I'll have some.
Yeah.
We'll creep towards the beginning of the regular season, and I'll call David.
Yeah. and for most people, like, I've been thinking about this over the weekend. And for most people, whatever side of the fence that you stand on when it comes to Micah requesting the trade, Jerry not doing the contract, this is honestly, this is really the last ditch effort for Micah. Like, this is it. Like, this is all that he honestly could request, is to put this out here of, I want to be traded. Because you can't make this request in season. It does you no good. You have zero leverage once the season starts. Unless you plan on missing checks, which I doubt Micah is, and missing games, which I doubt Micah is, because as we both know, and will inform you, you have to play in order for you to get a credited season. You have to play at least 6 games for it to be a credited season for you. Or you start 2026 still in the same place you left 2025.
Yeah.
Right? So like the whole Le'Veon Bell thing of like sitting out for the entire year, it does you no good because you don't get credited for that season and you miss game checks.
Yeah.
And those game checks can be, those fines are bigger than the ones that you accrue when you're in training camp, which is $50,000 a day if you're not at training camp. That's why you see more players holding in. But this is what else is Micah left to do. This is his last ditch effort, because once you get to the season, you got to show up. In the sense of, you either forfeit those game checks plus the fines, and you don't get games added to the credited season, so you'll be back in the same position next year.
I got one other strategy for Micah.
Okay.
You got a few weeks to play with at the beginning of the season. If you want to play hardball, you hold out during the season at the beginning. And you say, I'm not playing. And I'm getting fat.
That doesn't...
I'm getting out of shape. If you don't pay me, I'm just not going to be good at the sport. You're going to go from having one of the best pass rushers on the planet who you're threatening with franchise tags, and we can keep you around for a long time. How about keeping me around at 340?
No. Well...
You want to do that? Boy, he might make a hell of a nose
he
tackle.
will make. You know what? He can fat himself right into a different position. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get skinny.
He can probably play receiver. Like Micah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Micah. Like, he is talented enough where if he got really, really, really fat, he might be a damn good one technique.
I bet he'd be a monster.
If he got super skinny, he might be a damn good wide receiver.
I mean, you get him down to 210, he might be the best running back in the league. He might be the best running back in the league at 245.
Saquon still exists.
Well, he's not even the best, but it doesn't matter. But I did learn that I've been saying the best running back in football. I've been saying his name wrong the whole time.
Who is that?
Bijan.
Oh, yeah.
Robinson.
I saw that.
Yeah. Bijan. Yeah. It's Bijan Robinson. Chris, so Micah can play 6 games, then be hurt, right? In the super chat. That'll get wonky on you. Now we're going to do lawsuits. And
that's when we start getting to that.
We're going to have lawyers and doctors. And
because unlike what's happening now, where he could just say, oh, my ankle's hurting, and he doesn't have to go to treatment and stuff like that. You get into the season.
Not his ankle, it's his back.
I'm sorry, his back.
It's his lower back.
His lower back. Right, his lower back.
Yeah.
You get into the season, now you have to start going to get treatment. And then what will end up happening is, unless there's a surgery that has to happen, the trainers will work it out and they'll say, hey, listen, we've done all that we can do. He's ready to play. And that's where it gets really legally technical and HIPAA and all that kind of stuff. Because they're saying, from our standpoint, we've treated and done everything. He should be able to play. He doesn't require surgery. He's clear to play by us. And then that's when it gets wonky. Because he's saying, I can't. They're saying he can. Now teams start docking you. Now lawyers come in, NFLPA comes in, and that's when it gets real ugly.
Will Micah have a contract extension before the season starts?
Yes.
I think you're right, but I'm just less confident than I usually am.
What makes you less confident? Like
This happens to me a lot, though.
What worries you that he won't?
People trick me. I get tricked a lot. People trick me.
Do they trick
Like
you
when
or you
CD
do the
wasn't
tricking?
at camp, I was like, when they signed Dak the day before the regular season started or something.
Yeah, the day
to his
before like the
extension.
first practice, whatever it was.
Jerry just strikes me different this year. Like Jerry's bottom hurt. Like Jerry's real bottom hurt.
A little anal agitation.
He's hurt right now that what my shady, sneaky rich man stuff didn't work. And I'm so butthurt about it. Where it's like, he just keeps talking about you guys don't even understand what I offered. I offered him so much. I made him a great deal. And then I made him a great deal. I don't know what to tell you. I offered him more than you think. I did all this. I did all that. And he's so hurt that trying to trick Micah Parsons into pretending he doesn't have an agent didn't work. And now he's like his McGriddle. He's salty. He is. And I don't know. I could just see it like, screw it. We'll just use all our leverage. Because that's the other thing about this is ultimately, if they're willing to, and if there's like a leverage scale in this thing, it's like 99% on Jerry's side.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, Micah can say and do whatever he wants, and Jerry can put his feet up, and Micah Parsons will be a Cowboy for the next 2 years at least. 3 if he wants. So you can do that if you want and if you're willing. They just usually don't. They usually, in the case of Dak, they had to, or they were going to lose him. But with CD, with Zeke, with Zach Martin.
I would even go further than saying usually. I would say they most definitely crumble at the end. Like that is on record. Like there is a pattern of that happening year after year after year. So
do you think they're tired of being known for that?
I don't know. I think what Don Van Natta said was true. I think they don't mind paying the extra because they just generated $100 million in advertising. And in the $5 extra million that they have to pay, they just look at that money, the circulating money, and going, well, we had to pay less for advertising. We got more, things coming in our door. The content was there for us. We made it up on the back end. And I think they just look at that as a circle of life type thing. Because you can't be this is how they operate. This is how they operate. And I think Don Van Natta is spot on with, as long as they can generate the news cycle and what we consider the dry months. Like you want to know if you're a good broadcaster or not, create content in June and July.
Yeah, get you some of that action.
Get you some of that action. Get you some of that when ain't nothing going on action and you're still able to churn out some numbers.
Yeah, once you get a month away from the draft, have a good time over that next month.
Good luck.
Yeah.
And they have. This has drawn out. It has given us everything that we've wanted. We come in here, for those that don't know, we come in here and we do our pre-show prep. And sometimes we sit at the large table and we're putting our thoughts and our minds together on how can we produce a good 1 hour show for you, the viewers. That is entertaining, that is informational, that is engaging.
For you people.
That is all that we want to do. And there are times that we come in here and we're like, oof, thin on content. We are thin on content. But this is the one place that I can tell you, Cowboy, we're going to find something. And if you just wait a day or two, they're going to give you something.
Yeah.
They're going to say something, do something that is able to produce a show for you. And this is what Jerry loves.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but I have no doubt in my heart that this thing will come to a point where a deal isn't done before we start this season.
They're going to trade him.
They'll trade him.
They're going to trade him. That was just for shock value for the audience.
Okay.
I don't believe that for a second. Not totally impossible, but not going to happen. Coming up next, the great and powerful Clarence Hill, the greatest beat writer in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. He's out in Oxnard. We're going to pop in with him, get the top stories of the day and all that. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Let me tell you about my good friends over at Branded Bill. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, there.
That's a sweaty one. I golf in it. You don't want to,
I'm just having it right here, right? Like, boom, bam, bam. That's a Branded Bills right here. Jeff has the shirts. He has all of that you need. Looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd? Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order, and the dedicated team will help you create the exact custom appeal you need. They have partnerships with over 40 colleges as part of the campus collection, including TCU, Texas Tech, Texas, and more. All you got to do is head over to brandedbills.com and use the promo code BBDLLS and get 15% off your first order. They got shirts, they got hats, anything that you want. Branded Bills can get you customized so that you're out the door looking fly, fresh, and dope this football season. So head over to brandedbills.com. Use the promo code BBDLLS for 15% off a purchase.
Branded Bills.
That's not.
Shout out to our friends at Prize Picks.
Oh.
Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. Meow.
PrizePicks.com/DLLS is what you need to know. Prize Picks is it's your fantasy situation, your daily fantasy. What you do is you make picks. And when you make the right picks, you win a prize. I was just actually I'm previewing the football season already.
All right.
Week 1. I will say that Dak Prescott, his number's 241.5 passing yards, more, because you might be behind a little bit.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, 215.5 pass yards. I'll go less because he's terrible. He can't throw. So that's easy, right? You make as many picks as you would like to combine. The more you combine, the more that you're going to make. And it says here up to, oh my goodness, if you get the picks right, more or less on 2 to 6 different player stat projections, win up to 2,000 times your money. If you go on long shots, that's what I'm talking about. Get the Prize Picks app. Use the code DLLS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We're checking in with Clarence Hill. He is out there in Oxnard, California. Saw a weird video of you at the Rudder Room. What were you doing? Did you have some sort of
little bicycle?
A little bike? You had some sort of motorbike? We don't need you on motor vehicles, Clarence. Not after the Rudder Room. How you doing?
Some guy came to the Rudder Room on a bike, and he said I could ride it. So I rode it.
Okay. And you just went for a cruise?
We went for a cruise, went up the street, down the street, The guys didn't think I could ride it, so I said, I'm going to ride it. I told them to ride it. They didn't want to ride it.
That's nice. What's the biggest story of the day that we're tracking? Surely it's not Micah Parsons.
You know what's so crazy, and it better be crazy.
Better be crazy, as you know.
You do this trade demand, but then you're at practice the next day in the Cowboys gear.
It was a request. It wasn't a demand, the way I read it. That was a request.
It was officially, I don't want to be here anymore. I no longer want to be here. I've made my trade demand. I told Stephen Jones that's a demand. Request, we can be, play with words, but again, regardless of a demand or request, which is why Jerry Jones can't take you seriously, which is why he's like, I'm not losing sleep over this, because you're in practice. You're in practice. You throw him with the quarterbacks.
We do need Micah. We need. I just want everybody to be happy and it all to work out. I'm not on a side here, obviously. But yes, Micah, if you really wanted to get paid, you never should have showed up. But he really likes to be liked. He wants the fans to love him. He wants his coach to love him. He wants everybody to love him. And so he didn't actually do the thing that would be most conducive to getting paid. Ask Zach Martin, ask Zeke, ask CD. Don't show up. That'll help you get your money.
Yeah. That's what I said to start this thing. Don't even show up.
Yeah, that's what it is. And so he certainly got the fan reaction, and the fans were, pay Micah, Micah. And Micah goes over there and greets the fans after practice. And Jerry comes to us, and I didn't hear nothing. They were louder for CD last year. No one was screaming CD last year, okay? CD wasn't here. But Jerry's still, taking his shots. Oh, they were loud. They were loud on last year for CD, and I wish that back would get better. Because we know it's the fake. This is all old stuff. Trade talk, bad back. Jerry's not taking any of it seriously. But one thing that came out of that to me is that he mentioned I was going to give him almost $200 million guaranteed, which is what I highlighted from that day. And understand this. Only 6 quarterbacks got $200 million guaranteed. The highest in total guaranteed money, I think Myles Garrett has the highest amount of guaranteed money for non-quarterbacks. It is like $123 million. So when Jerry says I really extended myself, offered him a good contract, that's what he's talking about. They did offer him a record-breaking contract.
But can't we just dismiss everything that he said about that? Because we have no idea what he offered him, because it was an owner offering it to a player. It had nothing to do with an agent or a cap guy. We have no idea what the real guarantees would have been or what he actually offered him, because he was just doing weird backroom dealings.
All of that, which is why you call the agent. You still haven't called the agent. They still haven't even presented the contract. They've never presented the contract that they offered Micah to the agent. He has not seen this so-called offer that they had a meeting of the minds on, that handshake deal on, that they swore in blood that Jerry's holds against Mike, because you got to be a man and be a man of your word. They've never sent Adam, Steven, no one has actually sent that deal to his agent. So the idea that the agent says I want more, the agent has not even given them an offer.
This is becoming super weird to me, because I'm not saying that David Malugeta isn't a busy man.
It better be weird.
I'm not saying that he's not a busy man, right?
He's busy.
He's busy, right? He's in the Forbes as the #1 agent, has worked over $1 billion in contracts over the last year or two, whatever, how long that time has been.
In a single year, yeah.
In a single year. Which means if he's negotiated over $1 billion of contract, 3% of $1 billion, however that works out, plus, the other stuff that he kind of does, he has access to planes, and he schedules he makes his own schedule. Micah, you've shown videos, Clarence, of Micah being 20, 30 feet away from Jerry and Steven on the practice field. How is it that we have not gotten to a place where David flies into LA, takes an Uber Black to Oxnard, California? Oh, hell, take the private plane right into the airport in Oxnard where the Cowboys land at, drive over to Oxnard, get into one of those suites with Micah, with Adams Pacifica, with Steven, with Todd Williams, with Jerry Jones, and we just iron this thing out. Like, that's the part that I am, because this is going to be outside of Deshaun Watson. This will be the biggest and largest contract that David Malugeta signs. Like, this is it. Like, this will make Micah the richest non-quarterback in the league history. So, David, you already have Deshaun Watson, which makes the most in league history, and now you'll have the second. You make time for this. Why not? Like, for the life of me, I am struggling trying to understand how all these parties are saying all these things, but nobody will talk to each other when you can all be at the same place at the same time. And honestly, like you've pointed out many a times, Jeff, this is the easiest contract of all the contracts that you're doing. This is the easiest. You already have the blueprint of what it's going to be. Change some of the language. Take out what the name from the last person, TJ Watt.
TJ just white it out.
Just white out his name, add Micah's name, and let's move forward with this. Why is it so hard to get accomplished, to get these people in the room or on the phone? And I don't want to be on the phone anymore. I don't want to be on the phone. I want to be in person. I want man to man. I want to see the white of your eyes and get this done, Clarence.
Feelings on both
nothing
sides.
More than feelings.
Man is human. First of all, as Micah said in his statement, we've been waiting for them. I told them to call me. He's in the statement that he said the other day, we've been waiting for them. We've reached out. They have not reached out. We've been waiting for them. Steven and Jerry continue to say they don't talk to agents. Jerry doubled down, and I don't talk to agents. I talk to Micah. He doubled down again. And you disrespected the agent, again, the most powerful agent in sports, who somehow, has been able to do deals with teams across the league. But, of course, now he's a bad guy in Dallas because he won't do a deal in Dallas. I mean, I just don't put it on the agent. I just put this on the Cowboys. But to your point, that could the agent just show up? Possibly. But if Jerry don't want to talk to him, what's the point? If Jerry says, I'm not talking to the agent, and Stephen Jones has made a point not to reach out to the agent, why would he just rush out here to do something that they clearly don't want to talk to
I have a plan. If you don't want to talk to David and you want to talk to the principal, fine with me. Let's get in a room, sit Micah across from Jerry. Jerry, talk directly to Micah. Micah, you then talk right to the side to David Malugetta. And just interpret what Jerry says to you. You say to David, you talk back to Micah. Micah, then you talk back to Jerry so we can get this thing done. If y'all two don't want to talk, then you talk to the principal. Let Micah be sitting there. And then Micah, you just take that language, interpret it to David Malugetta. David, you then in return talk back to Micah. Micah, you in turn talk to Jerry Jones, and we get this thing ironed out. Everybody is able to keep their own ego intact. Jerry only talked to the principal and not the agent. The agent got a deal done. Micah's back in camp. This storyline is over. We get back to football, and we try to put this thing behind us and win football games. Sound like a plan to me, guys? Cool talk. See you guys out there.
No.
I thought it was a good talk.
Thought it was a good talk.
I would have seen you out there.
Thought it was a good talk. See you guys out there.
Hey, this is not divorce court where, they hate each other and you got to talk to the lawyers. The bottom line is Jerry's been very public about dissing the agent. And I don't talk to him and I don't deal with him. And, he's made him like a bad guy. The agent is certainly not taking any of that personally. He wants to get a deal done. But the idea that he's just supposed to sit there and not be talked to and be disrespected in his face, that's not going to happen.
Listen,
that's not going to happen.
The 3% is coming his way anyway.
You want to put up somebody dissing you and acting like you don't exist and sitting right there and you are the person that's going to get this done. You wouldn't do that.
3% of whatever the record-breaking contract is, I'll sit there in silence. I'll sit there.
I think I would slash his tires.
I'll sit there in silence.
You got money. It's not like it's your first deal. You got principles. You got pride. You're not going to just sit there and get disrespected. Like you don't exist. You're not going to sit there.
That's a good point. No, you have a point. You have a point there, Pop. You got a point.
Is there, and I don't, the answer to this might be no, and maybe Jerry knows the answer to this is no, and that's why he acts the way that he does. But most general managers, he happens to be the team owner too, and maybe this is where it works in his favor. But most general managers would never, ever, ever, ever in their lives dream of disrespecting a high-profile agent who represents a whole bunch of the league that you want to sign players in this league from this
exactly
league, and you want to do that. Most would never, ever, ever do that. But with Jerry, is there a real consequence to that?
No.
I think he just does everything he does because I can. And I can get away with that. Another general manager would get fired by the owner because it would be like, what are you doing? We have to do business with this guy. He is the owner.
And they've had tough negotiations before, but you don't see this attitude with Dak's agent. Jimmy Sexton, the most powerful agent in sports, who gets coaches jobs across the league, who's worked.
Looks like.
You don't remember Jimmy? With his agent, but he's
for sure what he looks like and what you think he looks like.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to read tea leaves here.
The tea leaves are being read.
This and Nick Saban for getting deals done and manipulating college football all over the country. I mean, that's what they do. You don't just disrespect the agent like that.
Are they going to get this done in the next 2 weeks?
I think they'll get it done before the start of the season. This point of reference, Dak signed the morning of the season. No, not the day before, the morning of. You guys were talking about that before. And this, I'm still interested in this Dez and Nikki thing that you're trying to get your arms around. I mean, that was
we're not interested at all in that.
I mean, Jerry's he's not in the pop culture. Jerry got Nikki talking. I mean, everybody's talking Cowboys. Everybody, all the talk shows about talking about, not all the talk shows, but some of the quote-unquote podcasts are talking about the Nikki Dez thing today. Cam and Mace, of course, and those guys are talking about Nikki and Dez going after Nikki. That was some fun, entertaining stuff for a Sunday. I don't think so. A day off.
Who are you looking at over there? I just saw you do a look like somebody. What's you doing in the room?
Why are you doing that? No. Don't be throwing rocks into a don't do that. The pond is serene, and you're throwing a rock into the pond trying to create some waves that ain't there.
I'm just trying to
Ain't nothing
figure out
going
what
on. People watch
You
the
trying
show.
to figure out what you're looking over at.
I'm hyper. I don't sit still. My eyes wander. I do that. That's just me. That's just my glitch in my matrix. Okay, so
All right,
I'm not
I'll be
looking
there.
at anyone.
I'm gonna be there with your energy drinks in less than a week, Clarence. I get you all squared away. I know you're fiending. I see you itching at your neck during the show.
I've actually had good sleep. I haven't had a lot of energy drinks. I haven't done that.
All right, appreciate you, Clarence. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
It's Clarence Hill right there. All right, coming up next, they did sign Lyle Collins, by the way, which is really fun and exciting stuff. We can talk about that and my assorted Cowboy nuggets from camp. All of that is next in the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
I have a great offer for you. $350 off some new flooring. You accept?
At $350, I'm
Let's
in.
go. All you got to do is use the promo code DLLS over at EmpireToday.com. What is EmpireToday.com? They are leading.
Oh.
No, that's not this ad. You're just jumping the gun. But that's what you can make that sound when you walk into your new home, to your home with your new flooring, whether that's laminate, carpet, vinyl, or wood. Bark when you walk into that new place. EmpireToday.com, they have the people that are in place to give you all that you need. They are not somebody who's working all different departments. They are specifically designed to get you the best flooring possible at the best price possible. And so much so they're going to give you $350 off that flooring. Don't go anywhere else but to EmpireToday.com. And while you're there, use the promo code DLLS to set up your new flooring today.
Game time.
Oh,
yeah.
This is it.
Yes.
This is it.
Yes. The Game Time app. Make sure that thing is on your phone, okay? Because it is your best way to get tickets for games, for shows, for concerts, for whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to buy a ticket to something, don't worry about the behind the scenes. Just know that if you are trying to go to a game, get on the Game Time app, and they're going to get you squared away. NFL, FIFA, NBA, MLB, NHL, concerts, I don't care. Game Time's got you covered. And with the promo code DLLS, you will get $20 off your first purchase. On the Game Time app, you can toggle on the feature to have all-in pricing, and that way you will know exactly what it's going to be before you get to the final page where you get surprised. So make sure you have the Game Time app on your phone. It's great for last-minute tickets. And what time is it? Game time. All right, it's the DLLS podcast. Congratulations to Lyle Collins, who is back with the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see where he's going to get slotted in, where he's going to be working. But he has been signed. I did not know if that would happen. I honestly did not think that would happen. But apparently they got positive reviews of the way that LC looks, and so he is getting signed to the Cowboys. And I know the first thing that I did when I saw that he was signed, I was like, all right, I promise I could find Dak talking about it already, because that's his buddy.
That's his boy.
They love to go fishing. And so, I want a friend like Dak. And two, if Lyle Collins is actually healthy, football shape, because he's been beat up. Because he was practice squad Cowboy. It was Cowboys, released, Bengals.
He didn't play last year.
Toe up knee, Cowboys practice squad, Bills, not play.
Right.
So it's been a lot with Lyle Collins. And I did see Dak talking about him where he was like, no, yeah, like I saw him in the offseason. I came and told the trainers, like, hey, LC looks pretty good. And I'm like, okay, that's your buddy. That's your best friend. That's your best friend.
That's dope. I'm telling you, like, that's the
friend.
kind of friend that you want to have. You want to have a friend that has power and influence, that if I need a job, he might be able to. That's why I never truly really get mad at, like, nepotism. I never truly get mad at.
I want it to work for me somewhere.
I do want it to work for me, but, like, I want to be in position or have people in position that think of me enough to go, hey, man.
Yeah.
It's my guy. Like,
Not a bad thing to have.
Not a bad thing to have, man.
Congratulations to LC, and we'll see what he looks like. Kerry Matthews, Freak Jesus, is in the super chat.
Why do you call him Freak Jesus? I don't know this backstory behind
So
that.
once upon a time, I worked at a radio station. It was called The Freak.
Ah.
And Kerry was a big-time listener and contributor. He got our address, and he would send us nerd clusters. We would mention something on the air, some sort of product or something, and he would just send it to us.
Okay.
He came to every remote. He'll fix your toilet. He'll put in a ceiling fan for you. He was Freak Jesus. And he had long hair like Jesus.
Gotcha. Speaking of,
Yeah.
Freak Jesus, I need a Steelers fan put in. I'm just telling you.
I bet Freak Jesus knows how.
I'm just saying.
I bet Kerry can get you squared away.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I actually need two.
He came to everything. He had long hair, kind of looked like Jesus. Yeah.
Oh.
Franchise, adios, Micah, Jerry's plan. And if you look, there's a chance. Once upon a time, this was true. I don't know how true it is in 2025. But much like with Dak, there were conversations in the front office. Part of the reason that his might have taken so long is not everybody was sold on him.
Correct.
Not everybody believed in him.
Correct.
I believe there's an element of that with Micah, where there are absolutely people in the front office, and Jane Slater's got a lot of stuff about this on the internet, who were like, look, there have been coaches that were here that were like, players are telling me, what are you going to do about Micah? Like, Micah is whatever, and I don't have all the deets. I'm Recky, Specky, Meffy, Jeffy, all of it. Part of it might be that it's like, hey, is there any way we can just make him play this out, franchise tag him once, and then whatever? Maybe, and that's part of what's going on in my brain where I'm like, I don't know, maybe they don't get a big old extension done. Maybe they eyeball him a little sideways, and they mean it when they're like, oh, yeah, we'll set the market for the player, but I don't know how sold we are on all of Micah. I'm just saying. Knights in the Super Chat, Night 405. What if they were trying to work something like a no trade clause use or wording no podcasting?
Yeah,
that would just not get done.
That's not gonna get done.
That would just not get done. But I'm sure both sides. There's good people on both sides, you know.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. We are not doing that.
Of this negotiation.
No, sirree.
Of this negotiation. Ed's in the Super Chat with is that euros? Are we being paid in euros? Any talk of Will McClay leaving, as surely it must be infuriating to him that the rest of the front office is inept and undermine his good drafts. I got a Will McClay take for you. One, I think it is always tempting as a professional and as a man or a woman or any other human, maybe even animals feel this way, but a sense of pride where it's like, I would love to run a team and people know this is my team. And I do get recognized for being good at my job, but I got to tell you, today, yesterday, last week, the week before, when they didn't do anything in free agency or trading for an entire offseason and Jerry said they were all in all of these different times, to be the behind-the-scenes guy who's kind of GMing and no one is ever mad at you,
yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah. And also, we've reported on this. We've had Will McClay on here before, and I've reported on this many, many times before. Will has a son that he wants to be in Dallas for.
Right.
Once his son gets out of high school, that's when
get the hell out of here.
That's when the Recky Specky can really take place.
Okay.
That's when we can really look up and go, you know what? Now that his son's off to college and kind of being doing his own thing, you know, that part is a little bit different. But Will McClay is here for I think another this year, next year. He has a contract, but
right. And he keeps getting raises.
Yeah. Once that one kind of finishes out, then we can legitimately Recky Specky about Will McClay going elsewhere. Okay,
caught up on the Super Chats. Jeff's assorted nugs from training camp. I have an announcement to make. Your agenda from last year. I shouldn't phrase it that way because it makes it sound like, hey, he had a nice little year. Jalen Tolbert had a nice little year. Your agenda, there was nothing wrong with your agenda.
I was hoping he would step up. But he had a decent year.
I am told by my eyes and my ears and my birdies, don't pencil that in as wide receiver 3.
Okay.
Jonathan Mingo making a push.
Okay.
Trayshawn Holden making a push. Undrafted free agent. I believe he was undrafted.
Yeah. $0 given to him.
$0 man out of Oregon making a bunch of plays. And Kevontae Turpin playing a lot, whether it's in the backfield, whether it's at wide receiver. So beginning of camp, it was like, yeah, of course, that's Jalen Tolbert's job. Not so fast, my friend. It's just an announcement I would like to make to you.
I still would. I would bet when we get to September, once we get through these preseason games, taking Turpin aside, because I think the way they use him
a little different.
It's a little different.
He's unique.
Yeah.
New York.
I still think that Jalen Tolbert will be your number 3 wide receiver.
Keep a wonk eye and a sharp eye.
Is that one guy like the Forrest Whitaker eye?
So the wonk eye, kind of, but that's messed up to say.
No, I just point of reference.
Yeah, because I got it from when I was doing a radio show somewhere, and there was a story about Katy Perry, and she sometimes her left eye gets stuck closed. Like she'd be singing and her left eye is stuck closed.
Pink eye.
And she had to like reach up and push it to open it back up. And she refers to it as her wonk eye.
Sounds like something from pink eye.
Okay.
You know how you get pink eye.
Keep a wonk eye and a sharp eye on Shamar James. Didn't hear his name early in camp, hearing it now later in camp. That is your rookie 4th round pick, 5th round pick. They traded up in the draft for Shamar James, linebacker. And initially we talked about it and it's like, well, where is there room for him? They have so many different linebackers, but there was obviously a lot they liked about him in terms of mostly athleticism. Like that's a dude that can absolutely move, cover ground, and then hit the crap out of people. Shamar James, that is a name. Starting to get work with the first team. It probably helps that Kenneth Murray hadn't really been practicing a lot because he had a baby.
He just came back the last practice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So keep a sharp eye, keep a wonk eye on rookie linebacker Shamar James. Keep a wonk eye and a sharp eye on the running back depth chart. Jaydon Blue getting more and more run with the ones. Miles Sanders, almost universally with people that I talk to out there, looking like the veteran running back that is preferred to be on the field. So,
but he's currently out right now. I don't know what his deal is.
What is Miles Sanders up to?
Yeah, he's missed the last couple of practices. Miles Sanders has. I don't know if it's like vet days or he's dealing with some sort of ailment.
Old people stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. You know, take a couple of days off, get ready and geared up for this week because they take on the Rams in practice this week and then in the preseason game.
A knee issue, no big deal for Miles Sanders. Just a knee.
Just a knee. Just a little bit of.
said expected to miss couple days or so.
Yeah.
With a knee issue. Jaydon Blue is so about to get 20 carries. This is
in
the
the
best thing
preseason
that could ever happen. No, in all the season.
Oh, well.
Preseason, regular season. When he breaks off his 70-yarder against the Rams this weekend, that's it.
If he breaks off
when
one of them and he runs away from some people,
he's going to break it out one time.
That might be.
And they're going to be like, all right, which veteran is his backup?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all goes in when he gets tired? Can you pass protect Jaydon Blue? If you can pass protect, we can get all these snaps.
The other great
Cowboys reporter, Joe Hoyt, says
bruised knee.
Knee bruise.
Or bruise.
You don't want to have that.
Knee bruise.
You don't want to have a knee bruise.
I guess, kind of.
You don't want to have that. Because I was talking on my little bitty individual YouTube page this morning with Brian Broaddus, and he was talking about that running back group, and I said, in your 12 days in Oxnard, is there a position group, a player, or whatever that surpassed your expectations of what you were going to see? And the first thing he said was the running backs. He said, I think Miles Sanders looks a lot better than I thought that he was going to look. And Jaydon Blue, I think, is ready, like real deal, which that's good news.
I think this week against the Rams is going to be a big week overall for a lot of people. Guys like Kyer Elam, guys like Mozzie, guys if Blue, if Miles Sanders isn't there, Trayshawn Holden. Because now what ends up happening is you get a chance. You're not going up against your team. You're going to go against the Rams team. So whether that's if Shotty stays true to form, and I don't know what he and Sean McVay had talked about of how practices are going to go.
Right.
But if Shotty stays true to form in 11-on-11 competition, we're going to get a good chance to see these guys. Lyle Collins, we're going to get a good chance to see. Sanborn, Kenneth, all these guys that we're talking about, what is that defensive line going to look like? Is Donovan Ezeraku, is that just something that he's doing against his guys? What is it going to look like against other competition? This week, plus the first preseason game for the Cowboys, I think is going to be that eye-opening or the wonky eye or the sharp eye or somebody's eye gets completely closed.
Yeah, closed eye.
Closed eye.
Black eye, pink eye, crusty eye.
Two eye. Whatever.
Two eye.
Lakers
all
and
sorts
five.
of eyes.
Lakers and five. It's going to be a big week for a lot of guys. David Lawrence talking about Ryan Flournoy. He's the name that's been coming up with that. So this week is going to be a big week. Like this is going to be that week where when we get to practice next week, you're going to start seeing that roster try to come into form. Right? It ain't going to be all this rotating around. It's going to be like, you know what? This is our left tackle. This is our center.
Yeah.
This is our linebacker. Here's our corners. And now you're going to start seeing those things. The starters start to formulate, and now you're going to start seeing more of, all right, here's a pool stick. You second and third team guys. You guys got it now. You're going to have to figure this thing out because we pretty much know who the starters are going to be.
Yeah, now we're going to use our weeks to get ready for the regular season,
Right.
and then you guys can go play the preseason game.
Correct. Yep.
DC Onion said, Jesse, watch. When little Tink comes back, hashtag let Deuce loose. Okay?
Okay.
Let's get that hamstring.
Sure.
Let's get that hamstring healed up. I got at least one more training camp nug to get in on a guy that has been impressing. Plus, we go full Recky Specky on Micah. That is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Sign up to be a diehard or else. Don't. And listen. Ignore what Jesse said at the very beginning. Just know that being a diehard is an incredible value.
And now it costs you more. Probably shouldn't say that.
Standard pricing.
It is.
Standard pricing.
Let me tell you something. We gave you guys an opportunity for damn near 2 weeks. We gave you an opportunity to shore up this thing. Okay.
Yep.
We got some guys that took advantage of it, and I can't think of his name. He showed us that he became a diehard. He had his.
I was tweeted at.
Yeah, you were tweeted at. He had his diehard card. You had a chance. $36 it was, but you missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
But you still have a chance to become a diehard. You want to become a diehard, and there's a lot of advantages into that. So don't wait to become a diehard. Become one today.
And it's the price of like a tank of gas, you know? $79.99. If you got a big,
you got
a decent sized tank,
if you got a truck,
and you fill that sucker up every week. I'm talking about one a year.
Yeah,
is what you got. $79.99 is the price to be a diehard. And when you sign up to be a diehard, you join more than 1,500 fellow diehards, and that gets you access to everything you could possibly need to know in the written format. You already get these shows for free. You're welcome. But you can get all of the premium written content, ad-free experience on the website. You get choose a t-shirt from our merch store as soon as you sign up to be a diehard. This is the Dallas collection, some of the newest gear we got, but there are all sorts of sweet t-shirts on it. You get hoodies, hats. The t-shirt is what you get when you sign up, but we do have other merch. And when you are a diehard, you also get 20% off other merch.
Boom.
Now you get you one of them green ones that probably is a similar color to what the hockey team wears. I bet in legalities I can't say that it's like but I would say that's similar in color. So get all the stuff, sign up to be a diehard or else, which is not a threat. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We got one segment remaining. I'm just going to throw one random name at you because I tell you what, this doesn't happen very often, but there's a chance this Cowboys offseason, they actually signed a couple of guys or traded for a couple of guys that other teams had written off, weren't interested in, and you might have been the team who's going to get lucky and be the beneficiary of that. The first one is Kyer Elam, who we've been talking about throughout camp.
Mm-hmm.
Cornerback, came from Buffalo. Even their own front office would admit, like, whoops, scheme change on us. Wasn't going to work for him. Confidence was probably shot. Come to Dallas. This fits you. Looking good so far. Looks like you got a solid starting corner for almost nothing.
Yeah.
And Kyer Elam. The sneaky name I keep hearing, and it's local, Solomon Thomas on the defensive line. In the last practice, had two offense wouldn't call them sacks, were absolutely sacks.
Right.
But, the quarterback just kind of keeps playing, and then it's like, look at this incredible play to Pickens down the field. And I'm like, the one where he was sacked 4 seconds ago?
Yeah.
But Solomon Thomas is a name to watch as we spend a lot of time talking about perhaps the shortcomings of a former first-round pick on the defensive line. You have a journeyman who's coming home that is showing up in camp, getting in the backfield, making some plays. So we like that. Salute to Solomon Thomas. Now we go Recky Specky. What if? What if the Cowboys love Micah Parsons?
Kind of.
They would love to have him around. But, boy, there is just one of 6 reasons that it's tough right now.
Yeah.
First of all, this entitled agent thinks that he can talk to me.
No way he's getting to the big house.
You can't say that. You know what I'm talking. You can say what actually you can.
I can.
And so we just can't get a contract done. So that's just not going to work. Or 2, Boy, we're really questioning the leadership of the guy that Jerry kept saying the word leadership, and that's why I need you to be at camp. Done. I need you to be at the OTA. Well, OTA's first. Done. Need you to be at camp. Done. But we're still, whatever reason.
Told y'all to stop saying that leadership. I told you stop saying that leadership thing. Just go be the best football player you can be out there. But nonetheless.
What if you traded Micah Parsons?
Ooh.
What if?
What
part of the fan base would be on board with that?
In the chat, thumbs up if you would be on board with the Cowboys actually trading Micah Parsons. Thumb down if you're like, Jesse, Jeff, what the hell are you?
No, don't do thumbs down no matter what.
Oh, no. Don't do the thumbs down.
In the chat, you can put a thumbs down. Don't hit the thumbs down.
Don't hit the thumbs down. No. No. I'm saying do the thumbs emoji. Thumbs up emoji.
In the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah.
In the chat.
Put your favorite emoji, whether you would want to trade him or not, and we'll try to guess which team you're on.
Okay.
Because Bill Barnwell does an article every year for ESPN where the first time I kind of remember this, John will know this because he's wearing a stupid Red Sox hat. Was it Bill Simmons who came up with like the trade ranking thing in basketball? Whoever did it, where it was like the guys that are worth the most.
Right.
Or the
pyramid?
The most untradeable, the most tradable. It was in the NBA.
It's just a cool hat.
Yeah. Well, so Micah Parsons is the one guy on the Cowboys where Bill Barnwell, he goes team by team, and he says how many guys you have that are worth in a trade a second-round pick, at least, a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the top category, which is 2 first-round picks and then
More.
some.
Yeah.
And that's where Micah is and was and is and will be
It
and
will
is
be.
and was, continue to be and was and is. That's where Micah is and was. So if I tell you that, see Swimming Bird, thumbs down, but everything has a price.
Yeah. This kind of 50-50. You look at the chat, there's a lot of thumbs
Is it
up.
50-50?
Yeah.
Y'all trying to get rid of Micah?
Look, scroll up. Look, scroll up.
Give us a full
John.
scrolling. Down, up. Okay. Zach was strong. Okay, a lot of people are strong nose though. A lot of strong.
Yeah, some strong nose. But we got some strong yes, some strong nose, some yes.
I know people with strong noses. I just size-wise, girth. I do know people. You said strong nose, and that's what made me think of.
I got a little burnt nose.
You would get multiple first-round picks.
Correct.
And if you wanted to, a player.
Justin, I don't know what does that mean?
What?
What is Justin talking about?
That's the eggplant. Yeah.
What does that mean, though?
Eggplant is a vegetable.
Okay.
Yeah. That is the eggplant emoji, which represents a healthy lunch, is what that person is hoping for. So if I tell you you get 3 first-round picks, because I know it's 2 and more, but if I tell you you get 3 first-round picks, would you trade Micah Parsons?
I would.
You're a psycho.
I wouldn't even blink.
You're a psycho.
I wouldn't even blink. 3 first-round picks?
Do you know the odds of replacing Micah with 3 first-round picks? It's 0.
It's not 0.
0.2.
It's not
0.2.
3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
The percentages of you finding, and honestly, it isn't replacing Micah Parsons. But we're not, like, if you get 3 first-round picks, the goal isn't to go find another Micah Parsons. The goal is to take those 3 first-round picks
and make my team better.
And make your team superiorly better.
Oh, that's definitely not how
That's
you would.
not how
I
I
don't
put-
think
yeah, yeah.
superiorly is a word,
To
but
make
I
your
get
team
what you're doing.
absolutely better.
Yep.
So don't think, we get 3 first-round picks, and now the goal is to replace Micah.
Yeah.
The goal is now, how can we take these 3? Because maybe you go get another George Pickens type player
Okay.
on a rookie deal.
All right. Nice little number 2 receiver.
You're right. You find a left tackle that's really legit. And then I go find another cornerback. I've gotten substantially
There it is.
substantially better. Not that I found
If
another.
you go 3 for 3 on nailing picks, then
Not that I found another.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking to find another Micah Parsons. I'm looking to substantially better my football team.
Now I can't remember what you said before.
Superiority.
Superiority. Yeah, that was a good word. The Titans traded away A.J. Brown and thought they got better. Yeah, the trade haul would be Khalil Mack, where it was 2 1s and a 2, and it would be like something like that would be your trade haul.
But the Raiders, and let me just say this. The Raiders traded away Khalil Mack, but the Raiders have not overall historically been a good drafting team or a good signing team. Overall, the Cowboys under Will McClay, they've been pretty decent drafting people.
You could get Tyler Guyton, Mozzie Smith, and one more player. That's 2 ones and a player.
You could also get CeeDee Lamb,
Micah Parsons.
You can also you might be able to find a Zach
Monday.
Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can find those players exist. You can go and get your team. You can go find picks that make your team better for 7 to 10 years, right?
Yeah. Now I am absolutely not.
You're absolutely not.
Even at 3 first-round picks, I wouldn't do it because I think
There's no way.
The goal of a first-round pick,
first-round picks, bro.
The goal of a first-round pick is to find somebody who could, in your wildest dreams, be a player like Micah Parsons at whatever position, perennial Pro Bowl, All-Pro, whatever. Like, that's the dream. And the odds of it happening with 1 pick, very low. With 2, very low. With 3, very low. Like, I don't think it's so hard to get equal value in trading young superstars.
Bro, you're talking about potentially having for the next couple years, depending on how these picks, because maybe you get one, you probably get an extra first-round pick for the next 2 or 3 years.
You would get, let's call it 2 1s and a 2.
All right, so for the next 2 years, you're going to get 2, you're going to be slotted for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. Like, you're going to be picking anywhere between 10 to 15 to 20.
Yep.
You telling me I can't go, the Cowboys, Will McClay won't go and find 2 first-round picks? I got 2 shots at this, and even if I package them together with the 3rd, maybe I'll move into the top 10 and go get a generational dude?
Arch Manning.
Come on.
Huh? What if I told you trading Micah gets you Arch?
It's possible. It's possible. Is it not possible?
I mean, it's possible. It's possible because it's possible that if you trade Micah, you suck.
And all I'm saying is this is all Recky Specky. This is not me saying we should. This is not Jeff saying we should. We're Recky Specky. We're living in the what-if world because this is the thing that Micah brought up, right? Trade me. I want out of here.
Right.
What would the Hall be back for him? We're not saying trading him. We're not saying that.
Are you just saying that we're not saying that because we're trying to get an invite to the house and get a meal in Oxnard? Okay, because you did just say trade him.
And for 3 first-round picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he out of here. But, Mom, if you're making greens and some cornbread, I'm sorry.
And then if you make some WPS.
We're not.
What?
Not making anything that you would eat.
Some white people sides.
Yeah, we're not doing that. There will be no potato salad with the raisins.
Mac and cheese and some canned green beans. Maybe Del Monte whole.
Yeah, but no, she gonna put some like some ham hock in there or something.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, she might do the can, but it's gonna be some ham hock and some seasoning in there. It ain't just out the canned beans, heat them up and serve them. No, it's got to be a ham hock, a turkey neck in there, something like that with some seasoning.
I support this.
All right.
I did mostly. Depends how much seasoning. I got to be for my people. It can't be too hot. It can't be. I went to La Michoacana and got the.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's like a Mexican meat market / grocery store.
Okay.
Because they marinate. The pre-marinated fajitas are so fun.
The carne asada.
Yeah. The carne is so good. And the tablitas. So that's what I was getting. And at the front, it's not marked up like how hot is the salsa. It's just like this salsa is for tacos. I was like, oh, cool, bet. And so I bought that. When I tell you 6 different people fell out of the house, and I was warning people. One person took a bite and was like, oh my God. So the second person came in, I was like, use less than you think you need. It seems like it's real hot. Same result. Like,
that is the equivalent of too much dip on your chip.
too much dip on the chip. Matthew said, Jeff, Jerry impression, please. Michael, and he is and did. And,
Micah.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons is a player that plays and did
and
will continue to. Now, I don't know about the man that he keeps giving me this phone number, and I don't understand. Because he's right here in front of me, and I don't know why I would call someone else to him to talk with him
about
to hit a bat with. And then, so I'm going to trade him for 3 first-round picks and Arch. So that'll be good. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Remember that you have no idea what anybody is going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else not threat.
We all silly like the mayor.